Hi there and welcome to the pinball machine build. So from the prototype, which I just did to try out to see where the buttons and everything were going to fit on the screen and getting the rough measurements right, to this. Basically, first day of the build, done the side pieces. The most awkward bit was to cut the angles on those. I still need to sand the tops down a bit, they're a little bit rough from the saw edges. But yeah, I had to try and figure out how to actually put the wood, which one to put inside which, like the edge pieces, for example. The front I decided to put so that you can't see the end grain on the wood coming down that way, and I was going to try and put like a hinge or something on there to make a door to be able to access the interior of the machine once it's built. And then sort of moving along to the rear part, the rear panel, I've just stuck it all together with a bit of masking tape for now, just to see how the panels fit. And I was quite surprised. My carpentry skills are not too bad. If you've got the right tools for the job, it does help. So yeah, I kind of stuck it together temporary to see how it fits. Back panel I've done in that way, in between the others, and I've just put it down slightly because the top panel still has to fit on there. There's going to be a piece there. Then I'm going to do a separate strip on each side of the monitor, and of course the panel on the front of the machine for the joystick and buttons, etc. And I still need to drill the holes for the buttons. I've got a special cone shaped bit for that to do the 30mm holes. So yeah, it's looking good so far. I sort of chose some nice looking pine for the sides, and I couldn't exactly find the wood that I wanted for the project, so I had to just make do with what I could get at the local hardware shop. So that's just 12mm plywood that I've used for the base, the front and the back, and I'll be using that for the top as well. Just bought like a sheet of it there, a couple of sheets actually, and one long piece of pine which I had them cut in half so it would fit in my car. So yeah, I need to just figure out. I'm going to also put a piece of perspex, hence the gap at the top, first of all for the panel, and then there will be about a 4mm gap. The perspex will then slide down against that panel, which will be flush with the top, the front part of the panel, and then your screen there, and I'll do like a shelf inside to put all the electronics, basically the bit that connects the buttons to the PC. And of course I'll have to do some other bits of wood. I'll have to measure and fit exactly how the screen is going to fit. Put some strips of wood on the side and then a couple of pieces across to support the monitor. And the way I'm planning to put this together is to actually put blocks of wood in the corners and screw them into the wood on the inside so that there's no screw holes on the outside. It'll look all nice and neat and tidy. So yeah, like I say, I still got to do the button holes there and one for the joystick and the panel once I've done that. Those are basically my plans that I made first, to sit and figure it all out, because to fit bits in between other bits, I have to take into account, for instance, the width of those bits of wood. You have to subtract from the overall width to figure out what size the back panel is going to be across the width, etc. So yeah, just sort of did some notes and some rough drawings on that just to figure it all out and to give myself a bit of a guide to follow as I was going through the first part of the build, to do like a bit of a drawing on the back, yeah, with a few measurements on that on this piece of paper. So basically that's as far as I got with it now, and I'll do a follow-up video once I've done the second part of the build to let you know how it's going. And that's it for now, and we will sort of give you an update in the second bit, let you know how it's going, and hopefully we'll get it all together in the next couple of days. Thanks for watching, keep safe, and bye bye for now.